Hello, welcome to another episode of Sticky Situation. I have a great surprise for you today, something I'm really excited about because, well, I'm always excited about residential energy and battery and saving the solar power so that we can keep it for the nighttime, all fun things like that. Anyway, special surprise for you today. I bought something. This is not sponsored, this is just me because I bought something that looked really interesting and cool to have, so I'm going to show you about it. So what I got was the Komodo residential power bank tank. Yes, I said that, a tank. It's pretty much just a big, huge battery on wheels, which is really exciting. So this is from Battery Evo. They just started making these things, so this is kind of a trial thing. We're going to see how well it works. But these things are pretty awesome from the specs I read on it. It's got a battery pack that's more powerful than a Tesla. It's like 100 kilowatt hours. So it's going to power my whole house for many days if I need to. Anyway, let's get to unboxing and show you what this thing is. Okay, so this thing, this beautiful little tank here is controlled by a remote. So I get it driving around, make it go where I want. It's got these big treads on it so it can go all terrain anywhere you need. It's great for construction sites or up in the mountains, which I will probably see if I need it up there because it could work for a whole house for moving your battery pack from one side to another. And it's also great for towing. It's got a tow package on there. It could tow thousands of pounds. So I'm hoping to hook it up to my trailer today and move the trailer around from the backyard for easier movement. So let's get this connected to it so we can make sure it works all good and we'll drive it off. Okay, so to turn it on, I just had to make sure that both of these buttons were unlocked. The little safety buttons. There's one on this side. And then there's also one on this side, just in case something happens on either side, you can do an automatic shut off for it. So once you turn those on, then you come in here to this main panel, touch the screen. Show you that one a bit. So this screen, though it's not simple to see, I don't know if you can see it at all with this light. I might have to go to where it's darker to show you that, but it just kind of shows the battery power of it, how much I've got in there, then whether it's grid tied, whether it's solar panel tied, and the status configuration. You can go through everything on that one. So I'm kind of excited about how that one in and how it's going to work. So with that, then I'm able to, once that part's on, then it's easy to do the remote, because the remote power just goes on. Let's show you that. All right, so once the battery's on, the Komodo is, then I take my remote control here and I just hit the power button, hold it down, and it comes on. Then I have these basic commands, controls. I can spin it 360, do whatever I want. But let's kind of show you how that drives now. This way so you can see it. right, so that's a fun little thing to look at, a little fun thing to play with too. So we will keep practicing turning it, making sure we can get that all right and make it work. I'm gonna show you how I can plug it in, use it as an EV charger or all these other things. It's really great for that. So let's look at some other tips and techniques. One of the awesome things about this battery is it's got a cable to connect right into your electric vehicle. So it's got this built-in cable with it. The charger unit's all on the inside here. It's got that all separated and it's all connected directly into the battery, so I can store this when I'm not using it in here. And then when I need it, I just pull it out. I can bring the cable around. It's got a long cable on it. And I can plug it right into the side of my electric vehicle and start charging that up. So it works great for on-the-go electricity. If your car battery dies, you can move this around, charge it up, or just run it over here and charge it up from that anytime you want to, which is really awesome. So you can either do fast charge or slow charge. I don't know what this charging specifics are on how long it takes to charge up a Tesla, or if it's a fast charger like that, but it does have a lot of power and it does seem to go pretty quick. So for this one, it's charging this up fairly fast. Says I can charge my whole thing in an hour, but this car is a smaller car, so the charging, it's a trickle charge more or less on this one. But let me show you some other things that it can do. So after getting this and getting it all unboxed and looking at it, I realized something that kind of made me a little disappointed. When I saw the advertisements and everything for this online, it showed it with a tow hitch in the back here. I ordered it thinking there was going to be a tow hitch because I was really looking to be able to haul some of my trailers and things. I didn't realize that there's actually two versions of this, one being residential, one being commercial. They're exactly the same, other than the commercial one has a big tow hitch back here. Yeah, that was rather discouraging because I really needed to move my trailer today. But because of that, I decided, well, I'm just gonna have to start modifying my machine already. So what I've ended up doing is drilling a hole in the front bumper so I can add just a little ball on the front of it. So I'll show you that. So as you can see, the front bumper part right here, I ended up drilling a hole right here in the center so I can put my ball hitch in there. Hopefully it'll support it. Should be able to. This bumper's connected directly into the frame. So I may come back later, weld on a little piece anyway, because I would like to be able to put additional adapter things onto here, whether it's a plow front or something like that, just because it'd be interesting to have. So I fixed that. Now let's see how well it hauls my trailer. So as you can see on that, putting that whole trailer weight on there didn't even budge this thing. It didn't even sink it down at all. I will say the nice thing about this thing is getting trailers in and out of really tight spaces way easier than trying 1,000 times with the turning of the truck to try to angle it just right. Man, pulling it out of there, getting in there, so much simpler with this thing. This thing can haul 5,000 pounds. So since I just got this little aluminum trailer, this is nothing for it. This thing's maybe 1,500, if even that. Does kind of tear up your grass a bit, so remember that. Now we'll see how I can take it down this trail, because this little pathway behind my house is not a very simple pathway either. Last time the trailer got wedged in there when I was bringing it in, because it really only has maybe that much space on each side to get through. So hopefully this will make that whole thing easier, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. Alright, sorry I should have moved the camera for you, but when I'm in the middle of a project, my brain focuses on that project and I kind of miss it. Anyway, so here's the path that we went down. It did very good. As you can see, it left some tire tracks. Had a little tight cornering down in here and it got a little stuck and kind of got pulled backwards a little bit when it hit some of the leaves and stuff that got underneath its tread. So if it's on kind of slick ground, it's going to have a little bit more trouble pulling it up. But it was able to come through, maneuver through all these edges here. And then back easily into the driveway. Which for me, that did a really good job of hauling it. I do need to bolt that ball into place because it had a lot of play in it. I just didn't have a long enough bolt to go all the way through the bumper. Plus, like I said, I'd rather weld on a piece on the front of that. It's a little bit harder that way because all your controls are backwards. When that's the front, you're just like pushing the trailer the whole time instead of pulling it. Anyway, so that's some of the things you can do with this. It worked out really nice. So that's gonna be it for this video. My quick review of the Komodo residential tank. It's pretty awesome. Like I said, it's got a 100 kilowatt hour battery, so it'll power any home for at least 3 days or so, because you don't use only like 30 kilowatt hours a day on a basic home, unless you have like a mansion with lots of lights going on. But it does have these plugins for the solar power. It's got DC in, and then of course you got your AC in if you're just plugging it right into your side of your house, into your generator connect thing. So I do really love this machine. The fact that it pulled my trailer out exactly the way I wanted. I was, like I said, sad that it didn't come with the tow hitch, which I thought it did. It also does not come with an instruction manual. I looked all over, could not find anything, so I'm kind of figuring things out as I go, how the remote works and things like that. I did watch a tutorial online from the Komodo company that had the basics on it, but it really doesn't go into how to set things up very good, or kind of how to store things, how to make things go on and off. So it's really kind of play it by ear, but I will say that it's pretty cut and dried, simple to look at, simple to figure out. So it didn't take me long to figure out how to do it, but overall works really good. I'm gonna plug it into my system. I do need to get more solar panels because I want to build a system that this will run off of. So we're gonna work on that in another video, but for now, loving this little tank thing. I don't know if I'll have a lot of use for it other than hauling my trailers in and out and then running my whole back of my house power shed, and as a backup if I need to take this up to the land for the construction site or anything like that. This thing's going to be great for that. I can already tell that going up into the mountains with this thing's going to be fairly simple. It's got a low center of gravity, so it doesn't tip at all, and it just runs really good. So I'm really excited about having that, and having this option of always having a backup battery that I can move around and run a whole job site on, or run my whole campsite on. If we're having a big camp out up there, I can connect right into my solar trailer, which is awesome. And so there's lots of options that I can do with it. I like having it around. So overall, kudos to them for making something with tracks that looks this cool and does as much as it does. And I'm really looking forward to trying it out in other ways. So thanks for coming along. I hope you learned something, because I was learning this. It was a pretty quick learning curve for me, and it was fun to do. So we'll see you on the next one. And remember, stick with it. You got this. It's always a fun time.